alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm alive. You know? Two things that go together, I guess. Going live and going alive. The joke here is that, like, you know, usually you want to be alive, and now the joke is like ironic. I don't know if you guys like irony. Here. Big day. I had a lot of classes. And now we're gaming. We're going to be pro gamers. That's a new art, okay? Fuck everything that is. And let's just jump right into it. We're playing Cruelty Squad, okay? I that's the thing. I feel like I just want to game lately. Living like a I'm sick. I'm sick, sorry. It's like fun time. I just want to game. I know, like, weird things, but gaming is on us. Gaming has come to this land. We will be gaming. We will be playing. Beer. It's like I don't have classes tomorrow, so it's like beer. I could play my instruments. I could learn more. I could, like, get into, like, politics. So that's my content now. We're getting new lows. We're getting new lows. I don't have any viewers. This channel is not going to grow anymore. We're at that point. We're at that point of history in my channel. We're getting to the no more stuff era. We're cooked. We're cooked. Wait, I'm playing studio game? I got like a lot of money. Is that something went wrong? Okay, they want me to play crew, but they don't want me to, like, go around. Let's kill some people. That's what's going to take the edge off me. Okay, that's what I need. That's what I fucking need. I need my I need my nerves out. I need my nerves out. I need to get out of this head. I need to win. This life is not it. I cannot stay here for longer. My senses are getting disoriented. I feel all my nerves all the time. This game looks so terrific. Dude, this game looks awesome. I don't know what you're saying, dude. We're going to kill people as a family. My brothers and my sisters in chat nick me this game. I think I'm gonna buy it. It looks like greening out. Dude, as you should. You don't seem to, like, be a big gamer. You seem to be, like, the type of gamer that play Clash Royale, which is kind of fun. That's kind of cool. I should maybe play Clash Royale on stream. I'm really dog shit at the game. But yeah, if it's not too expensive. Okay, so basically I was, like, in this little level here, and we need to get in and kill, because we're all in for that. Now we just wait, because they're all going to come here. There we go. Let's come here. Right in front. Is there anyone else? We eat flesh. But that's the thing, I feel like it's kind of hard to get the things I need. What is the goal? Is literally you're a hitman. You're going around and you need to kill certain people, but to get to these people, as you see, there's, like, a lot of, like, other enemy you need to, like, get through. And it's basically the whole game. You just, like, do this shit. There's also, like, you can harvest organs, and, like, there's, like, fishing. Like, if a game has fishing, I don't know what you think about that, Nick, but it's getting, like, a +1. Okay, there's a way to, like, move. Like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Q. Q. Oh, it goes around, so it gets like weird. I guess let's go there. There's going to be a lot of people here, so I need to clean a bit. Clean some rooms. Someone that shot me. Where is he from? Hello? I heard someone else shot. Maybe that was this guy. Meat. Give me the meat. What the fuck is this room? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Dude, I lost all my life from this. You have like sharp thing. Dude, I'm so YouTuber core right now. Feels great. Feels great to be YouTuber core. They don't understand. You know? Tell me if it's a good idea, Nick. I use one of my clip for my inch profile. Oh, no. It's going there. Way too much people there. Oh, they've opened up. Okay. Now they all they're all going to leave. Fine, we can just stay here. This guy took so much time to get through. It's kind of crazy. Oh, oh, oh! Give me the meat. Give me the meat. Give me the meat. Give me all the meat. I need the meat. I need the meat. This guy just like went through. Give me the meat. Give me those sweet, sweet organs. Don't look at the wall. There's nothing there. I don't understand what he's doing. If we kill all bodyguard, I think that's what the game wants. Kill all the bodyguards. Is there anything here? There's nothing. Those guys are kind. They actually don't want me to kill those guys, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so there's a guy just around here. Let's go there. That seems pretty easy. Wait, do you have a PC that can run it? I feel like this game is really easy to run. But there's a part of me that feels like it's... With your left, it's kind of hard. Oh, what the fuck? What the hell? What are you looking at? What are you looking at, buddy? Okay, so no, the pills are bad, but I get the food. Okay. I'm really low health. This is like actually the problem. Actually, like a really bad problem. This game is really hard on that front. Like, what is this? Oh, that's a trap. That's a trap. That's a trap. I'm staying like far away. We need to watch the floor. This one is going to... Yeah, that's taking it again. Unfair. Unfair. I got trapped 2 times. So I can't even like jump. I thought like I might like be able to jump there. It's not working out. I need to stop yapping. I yap too much. It's DD. I yap too much. My commentary are getting worse every day. We're filling off. New era unlocked. New era of the Intro 1 stream. We need to the hell? I can't go up here. Oh, I think they had a bazooka. I forgot. Come here. One of them had a bazooka, if I remember correctly. Like, I remember just something exploding when I was here. Meat, 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 meat. Yes, yes, meat. Oh! There's still stuff here! There's still people! Okay, I'm dead. I'm just bad at the game. I'm just really trash. Really trash at the game. But this is fun. This is fun. This is fun. The real content. This is like what game. Wait, I saw a clip. I'm going to steal this guy idea. Give me a second. I need to fit with the game. And the guy, what he did he did like this. I think was this one. I think it might be. No. 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 Like it did a thing changing the camera color or some shit. We need to put like a shitty camera. That doesn't work. I just want to change the color. We'll find a thing. That was color key. Was it color key? No, that was chroma key. Oh, here we go. I think it might be it. That. What the fuck? What the fuck? There's a way to change the color like super easily. Drop that? No. I thought that was kind of funny. Custom color. The fuck is that? What the fuck is that? Image mask blend? Mapping override. Maybe it's that thing. No. We're testing them. Now I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission, dude. I'm on a mission. I'm going to change the color of my camera. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Maybe I cannot anymore. Color correction. Color multiply. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now I'm alien. Alien me. We put like red. Holy shit. Well, I just stole the content from someone else, okay? Use shift. And then we fuck with the rest. Just like add some shit. With a bit of like, I mean, like a video game clip. Oh, what the fuck? That's fun. Oh, guys, welcome to my Let's Play. I'm a ghost. I could be AI now. I am the real. I am in the game. I am the game. Run a while. Wait, what if I go just straight up like shotgun? Straight up shotgun. Let's retry. Let's retry, and let's get shotgun. I don't know why it's like half transparent though. I'm not sure. Let's just fucking go into it. Oh, you see how fast you die? You really need to go like slowly. It's really bad. Maybe the camera is like kind of. Here we go, we're back to normal. We're back to more normal. I missed the headshot, god damn it. Eat the meat. Do you even have a PC that runs it? So there's no one upstairs? I don't feel that I actually need to go there. I need to be careful here because like there's a lot of people around that I need to kind of kill everyone. See? Or the door. Like they hear your guns so much. Here, like all the rooms are too like close to each other. Who shot at me? Oh. There's. He missed. Fucking dog shit. Going around just to like see. Oh, I took big there. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, we should be fine now. Be fine to like advance. Preview, shut the hell up, please. I think there was candy somewhere. Yeah, I remember. Whoop 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 whoop. One guy here, pretty easy. What the fuck is that? How do I crouch? Nothing. The beat of the meat. Bit of the meat. Easy, he's going to explode. It's like one of these. Get. I get like any there's no like bonus here. There's no bonus here. So I need to go upstairs. How do I do that? How do I do this? I'll have to change guns soon too. God. What are they doing here? Meat castle? The fuck were you doing there? Because I'm going to wait. There's going to be people in there. They're just going to appear out of nowhere. Big ass toilet, crazy. You just have that. What? No, 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 shoot. Whoa, bro. The fuck, the fuck, the fuck. Change gun, change gun, change gun. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's dead? Where is he? Where is he? Dude. This guy. Oh my god, I don't have any bullets left. I might as well just change gun. Might as well just change gun and have no health back. That's it, that was the guy. He was like b-balling. Was b-balling. Do we still try this gun? It's there, it's just going to like, I need maybe to like take it from afar. I'm going to try to take it from afar. We don't want to like step too close. Oh, okay, I can take it from afar. Nice. It's 5 bullets though. Which is like really not much. 5 bullets for all that? I died like 5 times for that. Need to go up. We need to go up. Dude, this gun, I'm dead. This gun takes so much time to like shoot. God damn it, I died again. I'm so bad at this game. Fucking dog shit, dude. Okay. Ah, waiting. Waiting there. Hello? God damn it. God damn it. This is like Dark Souls, dude. This is like Dark Souls. This game is literally like Dark Souls. As hard as Dark Souls, dude. How did they didn't see me? How just now? How did he just like now? What? So bad. I'm so bad at this game. It's gonna I don't think I went here, actually. I think that's the first time I'm going here. I don't remember going here. What is this? Cafeteria? Being watched by who? God damn it, dude, I die so fast. How is that hard? I don't understand. It's not supposed to be that hard. I don't need to get angry. There's no point to that. Is there a way to like redo the levels? Like better? I've got a bunch of thing in the markets. Like 5K. I'm selling 2. 5 here. I'm selling 2. Everything is stable. All of my fish. Not much. If I did some money, I've got like 3K. No, I still don't know how to buy them. Not the basic thing. Wait! It's appearing a little too high on health. It was ended after most employees started appearing a little too high. Single use elite item, always good to have around. It used to be common policy to keep a bunch of these all in the office restroom, but it was added after most employee. First aid kit, is that just like a new item they added? One extra magazine for both weapons. 10K, 500K. Angler of another second ammunition. Due to increasing security measure, some companies started manufacturing intentionally recorded bullshit bullet. Use extreme care. Recaution, okay. 10K. $12, 9K. Oh, this one. Almost. Perfect for leaping over obstacle. I don't care. Shoot things with more force. I don't care. I mean, I'm kind of going for like a not a defense thing. I feel I'm going like mode. I'm going stealth mode. So I don't know what we go. Do we build for strength or we build for a stealth? Movement speed is definitely improved at the expense of the armor. In case I don't have like money to buy anything else. Again, I'm confused about the guns. I guess I cannot like buy them yet. Okay, dude. Get in. So each time I boot up the game, I need to like re-put my thing in there. Okay. Nice to see. Sometimes there's like no healing too. Depends on the run, I guess. If I close the door, is there like something about it? Like I close the door and then it gets like more close the door and then it gets like more stealth. Can I crouch, please? Nice. Is there a way to see like if people earn? That would be like pretty cool too. I mean that's part of the fun, but still. Here we go upstairs. I think we don't need to visit like every room. That's kind of dumb. And if I sneak like that, guy there. Okay, they didn't see to see me. This. What is this door? Is there hell? Gun? There's a basic gun. There's a basic gun with nothing. What? It's crazy. This game has like so many surprises. Oh! Ah! Oh, I'm being seen. I'm being seen by who? By where? Okay, I see now. I need to really watch if there's an eye around me. Because the eye means if there's someone. I need to be like really careful here. No eye, no eye, no one near me. Or me. Stairs, stairs. Small door. How do I get there? Dude, this is so trippy. Can I go in on there? Oh, I lost so much health. What the hell? This is a nice thing. Oh. Visiting me. Yo, booga! What the fuck is that? What the hell was that? What? What? The flesh monster. Oh, the Mario store. I can just... Oh, wait. Really? Doing a thing like that can break it? I didn't know it could break those things. Actually... How many are there? How many are there? How many are there? Take the body, take the body. Yeah! Yeah! How do I kick? F. F. Match. So trippy. The basketball thing. Oh, I can one-shot them. Okay, okay, cool. I don't care. I don't care. I don't need to kill those guys. I cannot just want to leave. I just want to leave. I took my piece. I took my piece. I can leave. I killed what I wanted. There's no need for more. Let's leave. Let's leave Romania, finally. Let's leave like this goddamn like hell. Place of hell, Romania. Hi. What's the point? The secret entrance there. The wizard. Great wizard has pranked me into going there for no reason. I got pranked into going there for no reason. Life is a lie. Don't trust your senses. They don't know. What I know is that I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave this place for good. Next mission. I'm supposed now. What's the money I have now? 5K, 6K. There's probably something we can buy. Do one way get to turn off the kick straight limiter. Provides your target with incredible power. I don't care. I need some stealth shit. Arms, there's not much. I feel like I'll keep my money for like buying guns, perhaps. At the same time, they don't let I. Do I need to leave with a gun to get it? Okay, let's buy the stock market. What's really cheap right now? Ooh, the organ. The organ market goes really well right now. What's really down? Can I... 3.1? 1.1? This one goes like bad. This one is pretty low. I'm gonna buy like 5. Hello? I gotta buy it. I don't know why. I gotta buy fishes. I don't understand. I've got a lot of kidney though. I got a lot of liver too. Dude, I'm at like 10k. There's no way I cannot buy like cool legs. Can you get a jet? I don't care. What would a jet do? Increase your jump power. Perfect for leaping over obstacle. I guess I'll have like this need. Like a 9k. After it's said to be able to sense the life energy of an living being, the mechanism is actually the opposite. Allow you to sense all in the background death matrix. I'm buying this shit. I don't know what that means, but that seems fucking cool. I can see the matrix now. What does that mean? And I think I need to keep the gun if I want it at the end. Like, I cannot keep it. Oh, I see the... Okay, actually, that's good. I see where people are at. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. You don't know who is who? Because look at that, this guy moves. That's a normal guy. I mean, the bathroom. Normal guy. Oh, that's good, that's good. About this guy. Is he a cop? I'm in the bathroom. I'm a meat lover at the pizza house. I think the meatoids they put on them have become worse quality recently. Great music. Dude! So lo-fi. So 80s. Hello, I want to buy some cubes. Oh, hey, it's you. I'm just here to relax and do some light shopping. Really helps clear out your mind. But the works day behind you, you know? Vaporwave, so vaporwave, dude. So, I pay... Oh, that's what I was trying to do until I paid a visit to the bookstore. I'm literally vaporwave. What the fuck is that? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Fucking like Godzilla? What the hell? What the hell? How many bullets does this guy need? Oh fuck, I went down. Wait, I'm spending all my bullets. Wait, how do I kill this guy? How do I kill this guy? Can I? How did I kill this guy? Can I kill this guy? Maybe just dare like a secret thing I cannot like really kill. You're not dead. How are you not dead? Be careful with this guy. Music is awesome. I missed all of the shots. I missed all the shots. What are you guys doing here? These rooms are awesome. These rooms look so cool. What? What? What is this? What? Wait, did they revive? They revive? Goodbye. Hey, what's up? I'm back from the dungeon. You guys forget to feed those guys. There's like people in the dungeon, dude. Yeah, big guy. You're a big guy. The big guy climbed up. What the fuck is that shit? What the fuck is that? Yo, Gambino Quest 509 pushing. Oh shit. Yo, that's awesome, dude. What you got there? Directly, the flesh rats just escaped from some biotech lab. Great job. Apparently, the flesh rats just escaped. Blah 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 blah. Dude, nice crib, dude. Nice crib. Nice crib you got there. I love the colors. I love like what you did with the walls. I'm happy there's just like one big guy there. And I don't have much health. Hello. Don't mind me. I'm just going through. If you put your ear against the wall, you might hear the mall speak. That's why the urban legends say anyway. The mall speaks. The mall is alive. We're inside something alive. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool as a concept. Biotech really like did some things here. Mario Brothers. Whoa! Woo! Well, we kinda need to try that shit on like... We gotta need to try this on this big guy, right? We have a big bazooka, we need to try it out. They give us like a free gun. How good is that? I missed. I'm going to die probably. Did I kill him? Where did I kill him? I kill him, but like at what cost? At what cost? At what cost? We killed so many people. At what cost? Power, happiness, punishment, poor. Trade. Yeah, I love my poor. It is there. The fuck is someone up there? Oh, I know he saw me. That's so unfair. Yeah, I need a bazooka. I don't know like how good is that. I feel like I need a fucking shotgun. Two bullets seems to be enough. Oh, I one-shotted him. Don't wake up, please. Don't wake up, please. Don't wake up. Let me harvest. I'll just shoot you a bit more. I won. I won. I won. I won this. Stay there. Stay there, please, mister. Stay there, please, mister. Holy shit, there's another one. It's fine, it's fine. I've got one bullet. And it's the end. He's not dead! He's not dead! I am though. Oh, we have one try. One try. If that doesn't kill him, what will? Where is he? Where is he? Dude, that sound is crazy. God damn it. Okay, now I know what to do. I kill the bazooka. So what was the plan here? I went here, I think. I'm just going to take the same route. I don't want to, like, weird shit. Dude. Oh, food. Oh, I'm full health. That's nice. Then we run here. Can I just jump? Here we go. Here we go. Now we go like so much faster. Oh my god. The first time was exploration. Now we have mapped the whole thing. And there's no one else. Give me the pizza. Give me the pizza. Where we was. We were. The guys. Oh! Saw me? Fast, 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 fast. Didn't see me, didn't see me. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. God damn it, I lost something. Oh, I love 50! Okay, the damage on that is like fucking bad. Where did I go there? I went the shop here, I think. Let me through, let me through, let me through, let me through. Now we're in business. He's dead. I think you're dead. Yeah. Good, mighty heaven. Good, mighty heaven. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just going. I'm passing through. I'm just passing through. I'm just going to my shop mall. I got 4 bullets. That's a lot, actually. Got more health than before. I'm still like kinda low, but like I saw worse. Oh, he's not dead. Fuck that. What? Oh fuck! I'm dead. And the other guy was there too. I'm frustrated. I'm impatient. I don't want to play anymore. I don't want to play anymore. I need some hardcore. I need some hardcore right into my veins. That's the vibe. That's it. That's what it's all about. Now we're focused in. Now we're focused in, baby. If that's not killer music, I don't know what is. Big guy there didn't see me. I'm fine. Eat the meat. Eat the meat. Speedrun, speedrun. 16 não show. 16 não show. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Ah! Ah! Didn't see me, didn't see me, didn't see me, didn't see me, didn't see me. Who's shooting me? The guy there? Maybe the music was a bit So so I can go there. Happy to see like okay. I've got all my health. There's no way. There's no way I don't like deal with him. Where's the first guy? Dead, okay, fine, fine, I've got bullets. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What the fuck? I don't get it. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it doesn't. He didn't see that. Oh, I missed. I missed. There's no agent in there. A bunch of liver. Get the gun. Big gun. Usually they drop the gun. I have my little pistol. Let them come, let them come. Get out of the way! I'm trying to game! How would I... The fuck? What the fuck? There's so much people here! What the fuck? What the fuck? The fuck? There's just like people there. Get a shotgun. How do I get there? Is that really just I do like I go behind? There's no way I die. I've got like so much health. If I die, I'm going to be really pissed. I might just die, actually. I might just die. I'm going to be like so dumb and just die. Hello, mister. Ah ha ha! Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Okay. We did it, team. We saved the world from those evil guys. And they blocked me here. I need to find another exit. Okay. Not cool. Not cool. They blocked me in. No, they didn't block me there, though. Power! Power. Power comes with great... That's a beautiful room. I want like a museum to look like that, actually. That's like nice, like architecture. Alright, leave. Where is it? Small cracks permanent to surface. Small crack permanent to surface. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? How do I leave, gang? Where's the way out? Oh, you have like a secret door? I'll go kill them just for fun. Ain't no way I die from that. Anyway, I just like jump there and die from that. That's fucking disgusting. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Next game? Next game, I suppose? Dude, Jose is calling me, but like I wasn't streaming. I didn't answer. What the fuck is that? What the hell? Dude, I got this feeling in me. I got this weird feeling. But now I gotta get it. Like, what is it? Which is kind of cool. Give me a second. Give me a second. What time is it? 7? Dick! Where are my viewers? 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 I'm mad. Where are my viewers? I'm listening to my cowboy music. I need to calm myself down. Hell yeah. They're tumbling down, pledging their love to the ground. Only but free I'll be found, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweed. Cares of the past are behind. Oh, what a good about find. Oh, sitting behind. Lifting along with the doubling tumbleweed. I know I just and I'm you. I gotta go. How going along? If the heart is a song. Okay, you want to listen to a podcast I was watching? Sorry, that's disgusting. I should do that. Okay, I was listening to Lex Freeman. I love Lex Freeman to my heart. You could say his podcast is one of the reason, one of the mechanism that the right got the way it is. But like, I think he has a good heart, and it comes from a great place. But you know, sometimes cultures are greater than us, and sometimes just by being, you can enforce something you don't want to. So let me put my coat in. Okay, I need my coat. Okay, I need my coat. We're getting we're getting real here. We're getting the intellectual time. Okay, where I watch podcasts for fun about history of like ancient Mesopotamia and how we decipher the language and shit like that. I love that. Okay, so we're going to do that while we play like crazy ass. I'm dying. I'm just so sick. Sick ass cool. Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second. I'm just going to go from where I was. I don't care. I don't care. We're just going to watch where I was at. The ads are getting me, you see? The ads are just getting me. You know, I didn't decide to see this ad, but now this ad is in my brain. And I think, where was that?
A scholar of ancient languages, curator at the British Museum for 5 years, and is a...
Give me a second, give me a second. Give me a second while I open like Bellatro. Card. Emoji. Playing card emoji, that's it. Wait, you need music. Drifting along with the tumbleweed. I know night is gone and you will go. I'll be driving along. It is hard as a song. Do we try something? Here. I said Balatro, but like I might go for the piano bit. Okay, another time, but I'll have to play some piano while watching some freaking cowboy songs, okay? We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that. For now, we're just listening to cowboy song, and I'll try to, like, put the piano on top of that. I'm not sure what it's going to sound like, but... 1, 6... That was like half of it. We're talking about like people at the time in Sumerian, the relationship to ghosts.
Thing about the Adventures of Gilgamesh.
Let's just put it back.
For obvious reasons, and like
Here
they
we go.
do in Islam and Judaism today. It's the same kind of idea. And the spirit of the person went down through the gates of the netherworld and stayed there.
And that's
The
it.
basic
That's the stream.
situation. And
That's the
people in
stream.
their houses had actual burials.
Thanks,
where you
guys.
pour your
You're
food,
welcome.
and they had a thing where you pour stuff down a whole fluid and food. It's kind of symbolic
That's what I do
offerings to the.
in my free time.
So is that a way to lessen the impact of mortality?
I don't know, because you know that everyone's going to die. I think the real tragedy would be is if we're not supposed to. That would be the tragedy. But every single person
I'm not going to say anything.
is going to die. So all relations.
Give me a second. What was the strat here? Create a negative copy. I get lucky cards. I play the face card. Everything is face card. Double the face card. 3 plus 21. That's not that much. And I can get one of it. All face cards are played double time, and everything is face cards. Okay, that's kind of good. That's kind of good. I see. I see the strats here.
Relationships have this finite clause in them. So if you're very fond of somebody or you love somebody and they die, it's
I love
kind of
nobody.
infantile to whine about it ever after. Because what do you think was going to happen? Either you or them. You know, I always see it like that. I don't feel grief when people die.
It is infantile, but I gotta tell you something about human beings. We're all kind of infantile all the way through. From, we don't stop being
We're all
infantile
big
after we're
kids.
infants.
We're just big kids
It's
all the
one
way
thing
through.
to know it, theoretically, and it's another thing.
I don't know like how much I need.
Like this thing ends. This ride ends.
But that's the pain. It's the fact that the whole thing ends.
Yeah.
And when people fall off the edge, they fall off the edge.
So yeah, the knowledge that it ends is the painful thing, not the actual
I
moment.
failed!
Yeah. Many times it makes moments really precious is that they're going to be gone. I think
That's why we makes the life valuable, right?
Really can
It's
kind of
like, it's more valuable if it's limited.
religious thought, the divine, I think help with that.
I think the big mistake for mankind was the creation of monotheistic religions, because
That's a crazy
they
take.
brought evil into the world. Because if you
I feel like in all religion there's like it's just a categorization of what's good and what's evil. I don't think it's like a monoistic thing. You know what I mean? I feel like in general their religions are just offering you a way to see world and categorize what's good and evil. I don't think that's monoistic or like more prone to that. I know like monoistic like religion might hey, again, I'm not like pro on that, but for my intuition, for my gut feeling, nothing scientist, gut feeling, it's just that I there's like something about it that's like, yes, there's more emphasis, but I'm pretty sure like in all other religion, there's a way to like see what's good and what's bad and like how to orient your life to like make it seem there's like something not good to be done too. I don't think it's like more universal in some way of like how it approach the human nature. Okay, it's just like different approach of the human nature. I don't think one is like worse than the other. Maybe there's a way to like, I never thought about it that way. It's like how a religion shapes the categorization you're going to make about the world, and if there's like a say to be said about like monotheistic religion, how it's going to like put more duality, and in some sense like that duality of like categorization is going to like play some sort of like relationship to your world. You're going to like reflect, and it's going to reflect in their culture. But I don't know. He's the historian guy though.
even a monotheistic religion, it means I'm right and you're wrong.
Yeah, but I feel that's just a truth thing. I don't think it's a monotheistic thing. That's just like relationship to try to say about the world. I don't think like, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that problem still exists in other religion. There's still like one way to do Buddhism. There's like one way to do probably Hinduism. Maybe, you see what I'm saying? And like you can even say like science. Maybe science is built upon that. What about science? Science is like the whole thing is trying to be objective. So is there like a relationship there too? Of like, is it just because it's an extension of like religion somehow that we like try to like find what's false and what's true? Or is it that's another like ballpark of like, oh, that's not that's a real truth though.
if you don't. So it's already on that footing.
It's very dogmatic. Yeah.
Dogmatic, and it's led to everything, inquisitions and this, all this kind of stuff. It's all as a result of it that one religion is superior and the other should be stamped out and all that. And
Well, again, I don't know like Asian culture and like their history with this. Like, am I crazy to think there is still like religion war and shit like that? Wanted to change the creative tarot when opening a booster. Yeah.
in my opinion, monotheistic religion has generated the most fantastic amount of non-religious feeling. Whereas when you have all the different gods and they have different specialities and the ones you like and the ones that everybody likes and they have their temples and their offerings, it was very interesting to me to go into a temple in Calcutta when I went there with my wife Joanna. We went into the temples and saw how they were.
It's just like there's like a sort of like exotism to this, which is fine, but I feel it's like a bit of nuance. It's like really putting like there's the monotheistic religion that does fucking create conflict, and then there's like the other exotic Asian religion that is fine. That's fine. But like there's a thing there about like how you see the role of religion on the way people tackle reality and existence. With like it gives like a sort of like dogmatic frame of mind.
And I think
Just like I don't know enough about religion, sadly,
very much like
but it's
the ones in
interesting.
Mesopotamia. So there was never anything about them which affronted people's individuality, or, or. I mean, there's no religious prejudice or even racial prejudice in antiquity. All these things are modern, disadvantageous matters. If you think what's done in the name of religion, it is absolutely staggering.
Then I've read said sis in my car.
So let's go to literature because we didn't really mention literature much, except you did briefly mention Epic of Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
So that was written in cuneiform. It's one of the earliest works of literature.
And again, I like to think when testing something I learn, I'm like, how can I break this? How can I find a critic to be made? I'm not saying there's like not a good idea there, but I feel with any idea, there's always like a lack of like nuance. It's like it's still like an interesting idea. Is the dogma of a religion makes you more prone to categorize stuff differently, and which creates more difference or some shit.
That's right.
Can you tell me about this work?
Yeah, well,
That's it,
we know
yeah.
it best from this Assyrian library set of tablets. There are 12 of them. It's a 12-tablet work, so it's quite long. And Gilgamesh is the hero of it. But the literature, we know it from earlier texts, and we know that Gilgamesh lived. He was a real person. He was a king in Uruk, and he was one of those people who lived after their death in the world, like Alexander, for example. So there were stories about Gilgamesh when he was alive. There were stories about him after.
Their image still lived on.
Firstly, they were oral literature, not written down at all. And then around the 1800s, people started to write them down in Sumerian or Babylonian. So there was a corpus. And
I need to be broke with this one. We're playing broke game.
12 Homeric type thing about the adventures of Gilgamesh. So it is certainly literature, and it's to do with humanity and immortality and man in the hands of the gods, and incorporates lots of interesting, exciting stories. It's a very Hollywoody kind of thing, and you can see within it, even in the sophisticated Nineveh version, its roots are in oral literature, because when somebody speaks, it says Gilgamesh opened his mouth to speak and addressed his friend Enkidu, and then there's a speech, and then Enkidu opened his mouth and addressed his friend Gilgamesh. Well, when you're reading a story, you don't need that, and that must be because of when there was a enacting of an oral thing, a narrator would say, and it suddenly got frozen into the text. So it's a very strange thing, because if you're reading it, it's obvious that one person speaks and the other person speaks, and they always have this complicated thing stuck in the text. So it must be an echo of, presumably you have your protagonists enacting their timeless matter, and and the person who's writing it down says, and then Gilgamesh said, like in a script.
I mean, what can you say about the telling of stories in written form during that time? Do you think that too stretched back in time?
I do. I think the fireside narrative matter. When we were kids, it would be twerps with a guitar,
No, but that's
sitting
not what I
around a
meant.
fire on holiday. But that mechanism, when people gather after dark, when there is a fire and talk, is the sort of environment where narrative accounts flourish naturally among human beings.
Stories, telling of stories. And it doesn't have to be pragmatic, it can be
No,
literary in a way.
yeah, either a human person like Gilgamesh or stories about the gods, and someone sees the Milky Way and they think it's a god riding a chariot up it, and then they have a story about, and all that.
Having a space in society where you have the freedom to make story becomes organized thoughts and concept, bam, organization of thoughts, bam, more knowledge, bam, more metaphor to use somewhere else, bam, better thinking, bam, culture, bam, new ideas, bam, art, feeding, technique, feeding, social, feeding, technology, stories about the sky.
Those sorts of things, or whatever it would be. But I think generally you have to allow for a strong creative principle surfacing in Homo sapiens at a quite early age, because the paintings on cave walls, you try drawing a running antelope in colour on a wall. I mean, the quality of the workmanship, of the artistic ability, is unsurpassable. It's not just good. So, how is that an explicable thing at this very early date? It means that among all the population, you have imbeciles and Einsteins, and somewhere along the line, you have Rembrandts. And I imagine that half the cave paintings in Europe were done by one person. I mean, you get the impression every family
The one painter guy in the family.
a person who went from place to place doing these paintings because they were so could draw straight away accurately like that. But they are a distillation of creative artistic ability plus skill. So this is right at the pretty early stage, is it not? The cave painting material. So if you consider the human stock, which encapsulates such ideas ever after, then you have to reckon with that. You have to reckon with that. Very creative people. So the function of stories to tell the young and about what happened and about famous battles, or when the flood came, or how people learned to make fire, or you know how we invented the wheel, all those sorts of things everybody puts down as but that's presumably what absolutely happened. And you have the capacity for people to adore and to respect among their own kind people of astounding ability. There must have been hunters who were ferociously quick and wrestle with polar bears and all that kind of thing. And all this stuff will be grist to the narrator's thing. And as things got more complicated and more sophisticated, so lessons might be incorporated, or lessons might come out of them unintentionally. Because if you tell a story without a moral, it is usually a moral if you think about it.
And many of those stories are sadly lost to time or not yet found.
Mm.
Adobe Stock Unlimited plan.
And I think that with the stories, they're like micro organization of like ideas that, depending on them, they probably like they're not like they don't stick for long. I don't know how to say it. There's like something about like stories where it's a nice organization of like concepts that can give you like a certain perspective on things you wouldn't have otherwise, which broaden your way to see things. Which, as in a society, is like these little moments that probably help expand upon like the way you see each other in science and all that stuff. But I feel with stories, I guess there's like big stories that like stays and like becomes like the identity of like a whole nation. But I feel there's probably just a small thing about like stories between your friends that defines the culture of your friends, which in some sort of way make you like more cohesive to your group or some shit.
Ocean floods.
And
Speaking of
that
stories that have been lost and found, you're well known for a lot of things. One of them is decoding the so called Ark tablet.
Yeah, that was a challenge because it's really hard to read.
You gotta tell me the story. This ancient Babylonian clay tablet dating 1700 BC, which contains
can
a
you give
flood
me like a
narrative that predates the biblical story of Noah by 1,000 years.
whoa
At least.
Yeah.
whoa?
Okay. Well, you gotta tell me the full story.
So the full story is like this. Visitors used to come to the museum to ask questions of the experts who worked there. And one would be on duty periodically. And sometimes people would bring objects, sometimes they'd ask questions. And somebody once came in with a whole load of objects, including this tablet, which, to cut a long story short, I identified pretty much straight away as being part of the flood story. It was a tablet about 8 inches by 3, not the whole flood story, which is the complex narrative which ended up in the Gilgamesh narrative much, much later. But this one was an early narrative in which the point was taken up where the gods in heaven had decided that the population of Mesopotamia needed to be wiped out because they were so noisy. This was the expression. And the gods couldn't sleep after lunch, sort of thing. So they decided they would wipe them out and create something quieter that worked harder. So this was the
How's
basic
it there?
mechanism, and they had different ways of doing it. And the most effective one was they were going to send a flood to wipe them all out. And one of the gods, the number 3 in the triumvirate, thought this was a deplorable idea, so he took it upon himself to warn this person called Atrahasis, who lived in Mesopotamia, to build a boat to rescue life when the waters came. And in it, he told him the shape of it and the materials he would need and how much he would need of the materials, so he could do it safely. And in the 60 lines of a tablet, all this stuff was there. It was like a blueprint to build this boat. And it's extraordinary because it was round, the boat. And everybody who knew their Bible, the ark's sort of coffin shape kind of affair. And nobody thought of it being a round boat. And the fact is that round boats were used in Mesopotamia on the rivers, coracles, that's to say, because for transporting things, and they would never sink. They were very appropriate. And so in this story, it was decided it was going to be a giant coracle, a really, really big one that would never sink, and the male and female animals could go in, and the Atrahasis' wife and his 3 sons and so forth could go in, and everything would be there, and it would float on the water. And when it came down, they would start all over again. So it's got very many points in common with the description of the flood in Genesis, and of course, so did the one in Gilgamesh. So in 1872.
Ouf, je peux pas me présenter de même à ma date.
On dirait bien que quelqu'un a oublié de renouveler son assurance pour le cuir chevelu.
There was
I'm paying half attention.
Syriologist in the British Museum called George Smith, and he was a very, very talented reader. And in 1872, he discovered that one of the tablets from the Nineveh library we were talking about before had on it a passage which ran in parallel with Gilgamesh about the waters coming and the boat and everybody floating, and even to the point that when the rain stopped and the ark came to rest on a mountain, that the hero of this thing in Gilgamesh, who was called Utnapishtim, released a bird 3 times to see whether the trees had come up, and the first one came back, and the second one and the third one didn't, so he knew that. So this was not only in the Epic of Gilgamesh, but it was also in the book of Genesis. So what it meant was that you couldn't have 2 stories. It wasn't 2 stories about the same thing. It was literary dependence. It was literary dependence. The one was locked into the other. But the text of the Hebrew Bible, from whenever it was written down, of course, nobody knows quite when, but whenever it was about the same time as the one from Nineveh, about the 7th century, 6th century, something like that. The time interval between the Gilgamesh version from Nineveh and the Hebrew Bible is not like a big expanse of time. So there was an argument that one goes this way and one goes that way. But then when this tablet came in 1,000 years older, nobody believes the Bible was written in 1700 BC. So the primacy of the Mesopotamian matter was established. And it's important because you never get floods in Jerusalem. You just don't. But in Mesopotamia, they had floods. The rivers, sometimes there wasn't enough water, sometimes there was too much, sometimes there was far too much water. So the mechanism that the waters could be used as a destructive force by the powers that be is a plausible Mesopotamian mechanism. And is based in a sort of sense, in my opinion.
Remember, the floods are coming, and then the Christian just took it. I guess the Jews.
And those who survived were in boats,
right.
obviously, and then afterwards, nobody ever forgot it.
You see, sometimes like stories are just there because like you have to remember something. Oh, nice stories about the flood, how traumatic it was. We have big stories about our ancestor having flood or some shit.
And it went on and on.
So you
and
mean there actually could have been a...
So that's why I'm saying that like stories makes, even if it's like colored in like a bit of fantasy, it still holds a certain like information about the past and like a way to organize like past experience over generation that like other animals don't really have. I mean, they kind of learn from like other stuff, but like I feel stories are like a good representation about like how cultures work hand in hand with like anyone to like transfer information. There's like a thing outside of us that still holds information between us, and that we can kind of get socialized into and learn from it. And that's how we kind of advance into like complexer like concept about ourselves and other stuff, and like how we move through the mental map of like what it means to be human. You know, everything is like just like a big story we told ourselves, and now that story evolves to time. But like it holds a lot of information. It holds like a lot of ways to like what's important in the story, what is not important in the story. Like in today's society, is like the story is like really about like, oh, the job you need to have with some money, but like just in that narrative, that's like it just that's how you get cohesiveness or something, which is like really interesting to think about. And its role, I guess, even if probably like evolutionary is like just a way to like communicate between your people, but like how this can always like a certain like technology advancement about like how a perception we share evolve through time, and just like how that perception evolves gets more precise, let's say. I mean, not precise, but more shares other like perception that makes you direct your attention differently.
a catastrophic event of a
Yeah,
large scale.
not the whole world, because people.
But just enough to imagine.
Yeah, sweeping down to the Persian Gulf, and the flat plains, everything would be destroyed, all the houses would be destroyed, animals would be drowned. And
This is an incredible discovery. Do you think it's possible that this is the original? There are flood myths in many cultures.
I believe this: the Mesopotamians had a deep-seated horror of dependency on water when they couldn't control it. They were fearful of it. And they had a rainbow in Babylonia, like in the Bible, as a proof that the disastrous flood would never happen again. But I think there must have been one episode of this kind, maybe 5,000 years before the tablet, 10,000, it doesn't matter. Because with the passage of time, nothing happens in that part of the world. So something will be alive, grandfather to grandson, before you go to sleep. And remember, my boy, you only have to be careful.
Remember, boy,
and all that stuff. For sure, bogeyman stuff. It never quite died out in their conscious minds. So I think that when the Judeans from Jerusalem, after the destruction of the temple and by the Babylonians and the rout of the priesthood and everything, the king and the others went overland to Babylon as refugees, and they had to live there for 3 generations of time under Nebuchadnezzar's reign. So I believe that the text of the Bible was written then because if
Oh, I
you
don't have
read
enough.
the Bible attentively, which I can't say I do on a regular basis,
I'll have to join your live stream, whatever you're streaming, add me on Discord. Yeah, buddy, sure. They're going to be great content, Leah. Look at this. What is this? What is this? Offline? Yeah. Yeah. No follower. Yeah, I got more follower than you, dude. How does it feel to be a loser? Donk. Oh, get donks. You're not getting Reddit gold tonight, brother. You're not getting Reddit gold. That's
but if you do read,
I want to become a Reddit cringe lord. I think I missed that part of me in high school when I was actually a cringe lord before it was cool.
it dispassionately,
It's still not
you
cool.
have the mechanism.
That's why I need to do it. I need to get bullied.
The early books of the Bible explain
That's a
to the
joke.
reader how it is that these people are in such a mess, because they're supposed to be the chosen people doing all that. Look at, they haven't got a temple, they haven't got a country, they're washed up and everything like that.
Washed
So
up.
I think
Washed up.
that
They
what
washed
happened
up.
was it's a complex thing, but the Judeans from Jerusalem, they spoke Hebrew, but they also spoke Aramaic, right? The two languages, their sister languages. And the Babylonians spoke Babylonian, and they also spoke Aramaic. And they all wore the same kind of clothes, and they all had brown skin. And when all these refugees from Jerusalem were milling around in Babylonia, they would have intermarried and disappeared within no time at all. And the authorities who were there prevented this by drawing up a kind of charter of their history, explaining things from the beginning of time up until now, how it happened and what happened, and it was all intentional. So that is, in my opinion, the driving force behind the Hebrew text. And the thing about it is that they didn't have in Jewish philosophical tradition stuff about creation and the beginning of the world. And they took Babylonian ideas, which they learnt when they were there, and they recycled them. So whereas the Babylonians decided that the gods were going to wipe out the noisy persons, when the Jewish philosophers got this narrative to recycle about the vengeful Almighty, he was in the Old Testament a very unpleasant and vengeful person. It was because of sin. It wasn't because of racket and playing the radio. It was sin. So they took one narrative and they recycled it for their own purposes.
The flood is a
They just use a story and say, oh, now it's my narrative. Now I'm going to use it to, like, make it about sins.
useful tool to punish people for whatever X is.
That's exactly right. And something else is this. Something else is this, right? You have 5 days to build the ark, or whatever it is, or 2 weeks to build the ark. So the clock goes tick, 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 tick. And about a third of the films that come out of Hollywood are the world's going to be demolished by aliens, and you've got 24 hours to think of a cure. Tick, 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 tick. So that narrative is irresistible. That one man.
But again, is it irresistible? Again, that's where, like, causation and the correlation. Is that narrative, like, so appealing because we're so familiar with it, because it's so, like, in our culture for so long? Or is it because, like, you could have, like, a biology opinion about, like, oh, no, there's something about that sort of story that's about us? I guess, like, what right comes to my mind is, like, thinking about, like, Jordan Peterson and how sometimes you have, like, these weird metaphysical metaphor ways to see how minds work, like how mind organize information, and sometimes, like, I see, like, he's trying to make, like, stories out about them. But the thing I want to add here is that it's not a bad idea. I think it's really interesting, but, like, I wonder if, like, that structure is more about, like, a social form that because we see it for a long time, we're more familiar with it, then sometimes that really is naturaler. You know, we don't want to, like, naturalize the fact that those stories are popular because it's in their biology, more than just because it was like a kind of story that's like it's been a long time into like our past cultures, and so that we're kind of like culturally more salient for us. I think I think it made sense. I mean, like with like Jordan Peterson, which is kind of cool. There's something there, but like I feel like these like meta narrative about like ourselves and how we organize information in our brains. I feel there's like a interesting, really interesting idea there. It just reminded me of Jordan Peterson because he used like this talk to like talk about the human spirits, and I'm just like those mental organization, are they social in nature? Are they really that biological that there's like something about those stories that are like more evolutionary better, or it's more about like just it was like in the part of the our culture that was like just there enough that it took a stronger force in ourselves just because it was more there in our story because I don't know maybe King a long time ago really liked the story and now it's like super popular or some shit even today.
Can save the world if he's lucky in time from disaster. So it starts off with Utnapishtim and it goes on to Noah and then it goes on to Hollywood.
Do you think this arc in the tablet
But
actually
it's still there, which is really cool.
you did?
And these type of stories are still like
size.
Yeah.
kind of
People should check out.
used
You did the
somehow.
story of that wonderfully. What did you learn from building this replica, and do you think the actual arc existed?
No, I don't think so. I think it's a literary construction out of the reality that people who did survive were on boats. I mean, they had boats for sure. And you might wake up in the Persian
It
Gulf.
formed a bit through
You
time.
wouldn't know what happened. But, it's a literary, moral principle teaching narrative. And look, missionaries take it all around the world. That's the other thing. See, this is the mystery of it, that you have flood stories everywhere, and some of them are from meddlesome missionaries who have all these innocent little kids sitting on benches, and I'm going to tell you a story like that. So it moves into this consciousness, and it gets recycled, and it gets recycled. So this is one thing. And then also there probably are spontaneous ideas because it's not so complicated or so amazing that independently people would have such a narrative. After all, like the great river in China floods and everybody gets. So that's not at all surprising. But what was so shocking for George Smith, who was such a clever person, is to read for the first time on this tablet from Nineveh, long before the one that I discovered came to light, about the three birds being released, one after the other. And that was the clincher that the two stories were locked together. And lots of clergymen got very miserable about it and didn't know what to make of it.
So that's a definitive proof that there's a literary.
I think, literary link. I think so.
And I mean, these puzzles that are then connected, but the arc you discover 1,000 years. So that means that story of the flood has been told many, many times across that span.
It was like a popular story at the time. Like, can we say it's popular because it's like there's a biological like reason for it? It's just because like it's a nice story, and just because it's a nice story, it catches the brain more than like a structure that reflects the cognitive like way we organize information. I mean, maybe there's something about that, but like I don't know how to explain it better. So I'll just stick to that truth, that really brute intuition truth, and yeah, it's yeah, just a nice form. It's art at this point, you know.
Do your homework, or the flood is
Only one end. That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
That's right. And every time somebody built a coracle and they didn't do the waterproofing right,
Yeah.
you know what will happen? It'll be out on the river, and that will be your lot. I think so. I think it was there's a certain amount of evidence that in Mesopotamian society, people talk about the time before the flood and after the flood. And it's like when I was a boy, people used to talk about before the war, we used to, and now we do this. It's a kind of cataclysmic cut across history, which provides a ruler, so things are either before it or after it. because there's a king list, for example, where they wrote down the names of all the kings all the way back to the beginning, including kings before the flood. They knew about that. They have their names and their great regnal years of thousands of years. Fascinating.
So there's a guy named Graham Hancock who talks about the Younger Dryas hypothesis, 10,000 BC, that there was an asteroid that hit Earth and melted the ice sheets, and that created a flood in North America. So that means
I could have done a bit of
actual
like
cataclysmic global event that then, as all the different civilizations sprung up, they all carried that knowledge, that memory. That's his idea. What probability would you assign to that?
I would say negligible, because I regard it as a literary matter, which is not predicated on the existence of flood in people's minds. But I do believe that the story in Mesopotamia owes its inception to a disastrous flood, but nothing global, nothing that
Yeah.
touched America or China or Birmingham. So I don't have
I
any.
mean, global for them.
But people have made drilled cores.
I mean, like, their whole world was like just Middle East or something at the time.
All that stuff. It's to my
It's a
mind,
literary
it's a
device.
literary topos of great potency, of irresistible potency, because everybody identifies with the idea of being in bed and someone knocks on the door, says, "Get up, you've got to build a boat, and this is what you're going to need, and you've got to get on with it, sunshine, or we're all sunk." I mean, what are you going to do?
The nice,
The
yeah.
most interesting thing is that this Atrahasis in the 1700 text, he wasn't a king and he wasn't a sailor or a boat builder. So how comes this clever god who wants to find someone to build? Wouldn't you go for look in the yellow pages for a boat building company? Say, "Listen, fellas, I've got a deal." No, he had to tell him, "This is the blueprint. This is the shape. You need all this. You need all that. You've got to measure it and all that." It's a very interesting thing.
I mean, yeah, that's a great story. You don't go to the great boat builder. You go
Taxi driver or
to the
something like
taxi, and then that's that.
So
hero's
everyone's
journey.
sorry.
That
Everyone is on board.
stuff.
Everyone is making the boat. Just
Yeah.
that.
not just
It's
the
great.
A little detail would be really cool about the replica. Like,
Of
what
the
did
boat.
you of the boat? Yeah, one
Well,
third
that
replica.
was something else. There were three
Yeah.
blokes who did it,
Yep.
and they were specialists in reconstructing medieval Arab boats, because quite often they'd found in the mud or bits, or they have information, and so they were at home in it. And we built it on a small lagoon in Kerala. It was just the most unbelievably wonderful thing, because they used the instructions as a blueprint. They made it about a third of the size of the original, a pretty huge thing, but they made it because it had wooden ribs. You see,
forgetting about this thing. Would have like
they
done
could
a
get
way
wooden
better like
ribs.
job.
They worked out by computer the maximum size they could do it when it would work. Beyond it, it would be impossible, because once they built the curved ribs, and then
I'm doing something really bad. Oh, it's not that bad.
the stuff woven all around it, it had to be covered in bitumen, which is also very heavy, to make it waterproof. So they calculated the size, and it worked. So they built this thing on rollers, and it was pushed out into it was just the most unbelievable. I went out there with my dear wife for the last few days and was on the maiden voyage, and they had trouble with the bitumen, because Indian bitumen is really not up to scratch. And they couldn't get Iraqi bitumen because it's cultural property, it's carcinogenic. They wouldn't export a tanker load of Iraqi, so we had to use Indian stuff. But the thing is this, the bitumen which they coated it with, it was okay, but it wasn't perfect. So when it went out into the waters, there was a bit of a leak. Water had to be bailed out. So I was, you see, I said, okay, listen, sunshine, I said to this producer, "You ever been in a rowing boat without water in the bottom?" "Excuse me."
Oh, you're saying that's the feature, not the
That's
bug.
the feature of the thing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the feature. That thing could have gone to Portsmouth.
So it's authentic.
Absolutely right. We had such an adventure with that thing. They made a documentary film
Yeah.
in various languages, and you know what they did? I was in it a bit, and they had people saying, "Oh, I don't think it was this. I don't think it was that." And they didn't let me go back and say, "What the hell are you talking about? I did it. I know what I'm talking. I can read cuneiform. Can you?" They didn't do it. I couldn't get my own back. I was really annoyed, really
Yeah.
furious.
So you're
I can read cuneiform.
some inaccurate things too.
I am saying there's some inaccurate things. Yeah, somebody in Iraq said, "Oh, it couldn't have been that. They probably had lots of little coracles all tied together." Did they? Fuck! I mean, he couldn't read the stuff. I mean, it's really, really, really annoying. I mean, you should have a chance.
He's a funny teacher. He's a funny teacher.
For the rape here, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and you're the OG. You're the person that
Well, I can read
decoded it.
Yeah, but the thing is this: the proportions of the material were accurate. This is the crucial thing. That what had happened is they took the information about how you make a real coral, which is usually enough 2 people and a few sheep and goats, and they bumped them up.
Yeah.
So
This run is dead. This run is dead.
And I know why that is. Because it goes back to your question about oral literature. Because there must have been times when people went to villages and told them about the flood. And when they got to the question of the boat, they'd say something like this. And Enki said, "You've got to build the biggest coracle you've ever seen." Like that, right? Well, I mean, if you do this in a cinema in Guildford, people will say, "Well, that's fine." But if you do it to a whole load of river people who use coracles and make build, they're not going to take that. They're not going to say, "How big was it then? Come on, how big was it?" So what do? They go to a coracle place and they work out the proportions of material, and then they bump it up so that the actor who reads this for the first few times, he has in his pocket how much it is, but after a while he knows it by heart, so that none of these people get angry. You can't expect us big enough for all this. So then he'd have all the stuff, and he'd do it with this way, and you need all this, and need all this, and they'd all be hypnotized by it. That, I think, it's actually, regarding your question, it's on the cusp of purely oral literature to purely literary literature. It's actually there because you can see that it was molded in the environment when people were still talking.
Yeah, you got to make it authentic to really connect with people.
Well, you couldn't pull it wool over their eyes. I mean,
Well, I wish many of the films in Hollywood today would have the same level of rigor.
Rigor is one of the things lacking in the world.
By the way, I forgot to ask, why was the flood myth focused on noisy people?
Well, it can't really be noisy. I tell you what the explanation is. It's something quite different.
Noisy people, I don't get it.
Flood, the gods had not created death. So I think the noise was a reflex of there were just too many animals, too many people, and they had to do something about it. So it's a sort of euphemism, so to speak, because after the flood, at the end of the tablet, not my tablet, but the other ones, where it's still broken, it says there's a tantalizing thing where they create barren women and who can't have children, and men who can't have children, and people who priestesses who don't have children, and they institute in society some figures who will not reproduce the species. So it's actually
Euphemism.
a rather
What's the name again? Genism?
Malthusian kind of philosophical position. It's remarkable.
I'm getting tired. I think I might leave here. Because I said the wrong word. I'm like so. Oh, that's a joke. I'm just.